So here are some more renderings of the area. A little bit prettier than the other ones that I showed you. So again, the rail yard's right here, the lofts will be right here, and the hotel and condos will be right here. So I'm just going to go through these real quick so that you can kind of see an area or an idea of what everything will be. This is a rooftop concept that will be really cool. Right here in the Lofts building is Hero 88 out of Omaha. Does anyone know of it? So sushi, Pan-Asian, really good. Right here will be Mellow Mushroom. Has anyone heard of Mellow Mushroom? So Mellow Mushroom is a pizza restaurant, but it's more of a contemporary, cool twist on pizza. Everything's based off of kind of a psychedelic mushroom type theme. I haven't had it before, but I hope that I'm one of their test people that they try their food on. And then right here will be a Jimmy John's. It's not glamorous, but when you have that many people living in one area, you need something like that that's quick and fast and can feed a lot of people at one point. And with the arena across the street then. Yeah? Is
WRK basically funding all of this, or is this kind of like a partner operation?
So it's a public-private project. WRK is funding, we have some different partners on each building, but WRK is working with Chief Industries out of Grand Island, if anyone's from the Grand Island Tri-City area. They are working with us on the canopy lofts, and then same goes for the rail yard. So that's funded through a private developer. And then the same goes for the hotel and condos. That is an investment group. They're kind of from all over Nebraska, and they're funding that. So, but we did get some TIF dollars through the city, tax incremental financing. Do you guys cover that at all?
Not in this class.
Okay. So they are providing us some special funds, some tax incentives, so we can help out our bottom line a little bit more. So again, just some other renderings of the area. The arena, which I think they do public tours. We've done a tour through WRK before, but as it starts to go up a little bit more, I highly suggest that you look into doing a public tour of the arena because it's really cool to see everything going up.
And this is parking that's over here, right?
I'm sorry. This is parking. So if you did decide that you wanted to lease an apartment at Canopy Lofts, because it's in a floodplain, we couldn't go down. So we couldn't do underground parking anywhere within this project. So the parking is all adjacent to these two buildings. It is private and secured if you did decide to reserve something through Canopy Lofts, but unfortunately it's not underground. But that will add a ton of parking. It's 950 stalls. There's another garage that's going to be going over here that I believe is 700 stalls, and then the arena I believe is 600 stalls. There's a slide down here that shows a little bit more about that too. So I don't know, I was driving around the Haymarket this last Friday night and trying to find a parking spot was near impossible. So that's one of the big complaints. My parents refuse to come to the Haymarket because they're not going to drive around and they're not going to walk. So we're hoping that the additional parking will really help that a lot. Alright, so here's walking down Q Street. Sinclair Hilly's right here. Iron Horse Park's right here. You can see this is where that new parking structure is going to be. Right now, it's the district energy plant that you can see. They're going to be building a parking garage around that. Some more images. I'll scroll through this really quick. So this would be walking down Canopy Street. I don't know if you guys have been down there before. They removed the canopies. But these are historical canopies that they used when it was actually the train depot and people could wait under there for the Amtrak station or the Amtrak trains. And they removed all of these. They took them to another location so that they could get all the lead paint off of them and everything and refurbish them. So they will be coming back here shortly. So walking down, again, this is the hotel and condos. So you can see the condos are on the top 3 floors, hotel on the bottom floors. Street Arena. This is that rooftop bar concept that I talked about. Let me go through quick on some of these. This is the marketplace that I talked about. This is going to be 4 to 6 different local vendors. Like I said before, the commercial space and the residential space down here is at a premium, because anytime you're building new, the costs are substantially higher than if you're refurbishing a building. So this will be almost like a gourmet food court, where you can go in and visit local restaurants that couldn't maybe afford having 3,000 or 4,000 square feet. They can afford having a smaller space. Yep.
Despite like the higher costs, have you had lots of interest from like local vendors wanting to get a spot down there?
Yeah, there has been a lot of local interest. That's one of the things that I think we battle the most is anytime you look on the Journal Star or Facebook or something, people are always commenting like, that's great. I'm glad you're bringing in a mellow mushroom, but we want local. And we would love to have local, but it's expensive and not everyone can afford that. And so usually it is more of the regional, national tenants that can afford those prices. So,
What is the square footage?
The
Square
price.
footage for, some of the space that's...
The spaces range, I believe, from, like 600 square feet, I think, is the average size of the marketplace. But the other tenants, again, I don't do commercial leasing, so don't quote me on this. But they range from about 2,000 up until 8,000 square feet. So it just depends on what size a tenant wants. We try to accommodate that. Obviously, you're going to try to accommodate it if someone wants 8,000 square feet.
And I think they were talking somewhere between $25 to $30 per square foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's really pricey if you're considering other options within Lincoln, just because there are some, there's some other great options as well, but just the features that Canopy Street offers, we are able to ask those prices and get them. So this would be the entry from by the public market into the rail yard. You can see we're working with the city on getting some local artists' art throughout the project. This is that plaza area. This is that plaza area where there'll be the ice skating rink and concerts, movie nights, all different kinds of things throughout the year. This is looking towards the train station. So here's a better view of the hotel and condos. The bottom level will be the hotel lobby. This is actually going to be restaurant or retail space, these two spots right here. Another view, this is from the plaza area. So as you can see, this area already has some fencing set up, and that's how we'll patrol the open container on other occasions when we're not opening up the streets. This is again another view of the condos. So you can see all the condos have these nice large balconies. Here's a view of the rail yard area. This is really cool, the cube. So you can see one side of it. This side is 16 by 16. And let me see if I can find you another image. Here's one. And here's the other side of it. So this is 16 by 36. They get mad when I call it a television, but it's a giant television. I believe it's $800,000 they spent on this TV screen. So it'll be a mixture of different things. During the football season, we can watch Husker football games on it. We can do pre-games on it. During basketball season, we can show basketball games. We talked about doing movie nights. We're going to have digital art on there the majority of the time. So it's going to be things that you would see like screensaver, but cooler. Interactive things. We talked about doing trivia on the screen. We talked about having the ability to have people take pictures with their cell phones, and then the picture will go up on the board. I'm a little apprehensive about that. So we'll see how that goes. So again, here's just some more images. Do you have internet that I can
Sure.
connect to? Okay.
Mhm.
Did Brett or Will show a video?
They didn't.
Okay.
So,
So here's a better image of the rail yard. You can see the cube area. All around the rail yard is this balcony area, which people can go hang out on. There'll be some tables up there. So I'm going to show you guys. This is our blizzard.
there's a blizzard on the screen.
And you can see we're hoping to do like a tree lighting in the main plaza area so people can skate around the Christmas tree during the wintertime. I'm going to show you guys a video that I think will help explain the area as well.
Is all like, these plans on the website then, like are they accessible or no?
Most of them are, yeah. Yeah, so if you go to the website, if you're interested in living at Canopy Lofts, you can click on the live and stay section, and it'll take you to the Canopy Lofts area. You can click on leasing, and it'll take you to a form where if you fill out that form, it comes to me. And like I said, we'll start leasing next week, so we've had a lot of interest in Canopy Lofts.
Do you have to? I've never done that part.